Namaste. Namaste. Namastizzle. Greetings, peace, and many blessings. What's up? How y'all doing? Happy Thursday, almost Friday. Hopefully you have had a great week. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the last 3 years have been something else. You know what I mean? And you should have found out who your friends were these last 3 years. The unmitigated gall to be about to put the masses through this again. Like I said, the unmitigated gall, the audacity. Are y'all gonna let this happen again? DoraPause. To open DoraPause. Wow. I'm not even sure what to say, y'all. I really am not sure. What's going on, Sharon? Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe as you walk on in, as you thunder in. Sharon just said people are losing their minds literally. Absolutely, they are. You know, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy to me. You know, the fact that they're gonna, at this point, I mean, what is there to say? You know what I mean? Love, peace, and power, brother Tsunami. What's going on, Donna Dash? Welcome, 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 welcome. Come join me, sit a spell, have a seat. This background is getting on my nerves. I see it flapping and everything. Yeah, give me a second. Can't deal with it. It's Virgo season. You know what I mean? It is Virgo season. Perfectionists that we are. You know what I'm saying? Konami says hell no. And I'm sure my audience, like I've said before, my audience, I love y'all. I love that y'all have brains and that y'all think for yourselves. I think I have a very specialized audience. I do. You know, that's not enough though. You know what I mean? If people start complying again, like after the 3 years of hell that they just went through, they're gonna let them do it again. Wow. I don't know what to say, y'all. Yeah, it's been a mess lately. I also feel like something's getting to pop off. You know, Donna, you're not the only one who says that because someone, no, it's a couple of people who are saying that they're feeling a shift in the air. They're feeling something. And for me, it's like these thoughts come into my head. I dismiss them immediately, but like, I don't know, like anxiety, like something about to happen. I can't put it into words though. For me, it's just like images and just a whole lot of fear. That's what I've been feeling. You know, when you're outside, you pick up on a lot of these things. I've been picking up on something. Honestly, I've been trying to dismiss it. You know what I mean? I have really been trying to dismiss it. But you're not the only one, Donna. There's a couple people who feel some stuff. I feel like all these concerts are them harnessing energy for some type of mass spell they getting ready to. Yeah, basically. Peace, 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 brother Caribbean Grimoire. What's going on? I need to ask you for a book, brother Grimoire. I can't remember which one it is right now at the moment. But I'll get with you via email. I can't remember which book it is, but I'm in need of a book, a specific book, and I know you probably are the one to come to for it. I just can't remember what it is. You know, Halloween is right around the corner. My favorite month. My favorite month. Um, yeah. Okay. So, um, Donna, I was thinking you were in London, you're in Canada, right? The Earth is already 17 degrees Celsius, which is very bad. And they're already talking about mass heat waves and more panoramics and some serious shit. Something going to be happening. I don't know what, but something. Yes. Peace and blessings, Sister Moonfeather. Um, yeah, I've been having dreams and this looming energy. You've been doing spell work right now. Feels different. The waves feel more open than usual right now. Well, Halloween is coming. You know, it's usually like that a little while before Halloween comes. Plus, Mercury's in retrograde. You know, that's always bad. Always. It ain't bad for me because I don't feel it, but it's bad how other people react to it. It's bad that the most people don't know what it is, so they just react to it. You see what I'm saying? But I don't like Mercury retrograde for what it does to electronics. That's my biggest thing. And other people, you know, people are ruder, more rude than usual. It's just, you know. So you combine that with the coming Halloween and Mercury retrograde, and then people just remember the time frame was 2 to 3 years for the people who got the jab. The time frame was 2 to 3 years. Okay, I just read a story. We had a local person, 21 years old, 21. He was 21 and very musically gifted. Everyone in town knew him. He played the piano, he played the guitar, he played the violin. Very multi-talented young man. Okay, he played in events all around town. Local celebrity, gone. A couple weeks ago, he passed away. I've been trying my hardest to figure out what happened to him because he had a large, at least 700 people turned out for his funeral. Okay, they have not said what happened. They have not disclosed anything. They say a top autopsy is being performed, but nothing. We don't know what happened to him. Then I think it's a basketball star, 17 years old, just collapsed, had a cardiac arrest, died. Okay. The time frame was 2 to 3 years. Okay. If you were paying attention, that was the time frame. So this is the year and beyond where things supposed to pop off. They're supposed to happen that way. Canada already on fire again. That's too long for this year. And the economy is bad with increased taxes. I feel like our economy is going to collapse. Yeah, a damn hurricane hit California with an earthquake at the same time. Something's definitely right. Absolutely. Exactly. A hurricane and an earthquake. Y'all know that's hard. I said it to I said, that's hard. That's what that. Come on, y'all. Also, Montreal having a marine hurricane. You have a feeling they're going to be doing a lot of manipulation of our weather. They talk about it too much. Agreed. Peace. Namaste, Sister Donna. Donna, I'm glad I'm sorry, Katrina. I'm sorry. All right. I'm glad you showed up because I wanted to show you this, brother. I want to open up with this. Give me a second. There's. All right. That Maui thing was too convenient. Absolutely. Very convenient. very convenient. Give me a second, y'all. I'm just looking at something here. I'm trying to open something up. Not letting me open something here. Here we go. Be 1 second. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Katrina, I was wondering if you know this brother right here.
If I want to show you how it's done, which is why we're here today, just about to show you rituals. Take your time, man. He's gonna be. Well, we got until 10 o'clock tonight, so that's cool. He's gonna be showing you rituals, certain magical rituals that you can practice, blessing the home and stuff. These are basic stuff. You understand? I personally, no disrespect. It's like the rituals on that level now. It's like they bore me now. I want to be moving on to disappearing. When I go back to the priest back in Nigeria, I'm telling her, don't be giving no hogwash business. I want the real stuff. You understand? But you know, they know that it's a gradual process. Every time I have to go through a certain process of learning, and it's like, okay, now you're eligible. Hold this. You understand? And they give you give me bits and pieces, which I have. You understand? So a lot of this stuff, you'd be amazed, in the ancient world was real basic stuff. You understand? Things that you classify as serious voodoo, I can show you 5-year-old, 6-year-old, they just look at it, they laugh at you, and say, what's that? You understand? Shootouts, and nobody dropping. You understand? These are the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You understand? I have stuff in my house right now that when I pull it, you can bring your best weapon. And I guarantee you, see, this is in the movie The Matrix. If you remember in the first Matrix, where Morpheus was with Neo, and he was walking him, and he looked at the woman in the red dress. Everybody remember that part? And there was a specific incident when he turned around and Morpheus was talking to him, and Neo said to him, "What are you trying to tell me, that I can dodge bullets?" And Morpheus said, "No. When the time comes, you won't need to." And that's the kind of voodoo I'm talking about. That's real ritual. Where I'm talking like people are after walking across fire and you keep firing, because I ain't dropping. And that's how sure I am of this stuff. You understand? So it's real deal science. And I know Mr. Bobby's, he knows. He knows his stuff. That's why when I was watching the DVDs, all the information, if there was only certain people that I was like, that's my shit. Occult is right up my alleyway, man. The dark side. You understand? That's me. You understand? My queen will testify I'm here. I'm straight dark side. You understand? I want people to fuck with me sometimes. So I got armory that I want to test. It's just sitting there on the altar at home and it ain't doing nothing. And I want to test it out. So I'm hoping someone can come and say, you know, who you looking at? I said, yeah. Oh yes. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You understand? Because when the European has his weaponry and his guns, and they're bringing out new guns, they can't wait to get into certain places where they can test it out. Oh, new gun, new Desert Eagle, and they want to go to certain places where they want to test out their armory. And that's, I understand why they would feel like that. Because when priests back home in Nigeria give me certain things, I'm like, whoa, yeah, really? I can fuck up a nigga with this? No problem. So I'm waiting for some people to, but it never comes my way. I go peacefully, I come home peacefully, no one fucks with me. I'm like, and I've got the shit. You understand? You understand? So that's the way it works. But at least I know that it's there.
All right. So his name is Brother Israel. He's a London occultist. He has also been in lectures with Azazel Bay. But those are the only two that I know of, Bobby Hemmett and Azazel Bay, Brother Israel. Katrina, I wanted to know if you knew who that was, Brother Israel. Mercury retrograde is one thing, but we're in 7 retrogrades currently: Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Venus, Mercury, Uranus, and Jupiter. Yep. What's going on, Butterfly Rain and Baby Girl G, Storm Crystal? Hello. Did you see in 2020 when the tornado that manifested was the shape of the Orisha Oya, the clouds of the aftermath and the before looked like her before it hit America bad? I did see that. I remember that, yes. Getting tongue-tied, blaming on Mercury retrograde. All right. If you notice, when these weather events happen, they're usually very unnatural to the area, too strong, and tend to form in the shapes of gods, goddesses, African spirits, or angels and demons. Yep. What's going on, Empress KK? Yeah, Lloyd, what's going on, brother? He's from the UK. Okay. His name is Brother Israel. He's in, like I said, Bobby Hemmett videos, Azazel Baby. He's the London equivalent of Bobby Hemmett or Azazel Baby. Got him. But did you see what he said? Okay, I've spoken about this before. You know, wanting to test stuff out. I always want to test stuff out. And I don't have many people who are actually serious enough to test it. I gave out a money ritual. And when I went back, I think I gave it out to maybe 5 people. Okay, it was brand new. I made it up. It worked well for me, but I wanted to see how it would react with other people. So I gave it out. None of those 5 people reported back, oh, I haven't tried it out yet. Oh, I'm waiting for this. I'm like, it's ready to go. Just use it. You know what I'm saying? And then remember when I'm giving out attraction stuff, remember I said I got to test it out. How else am I going to know if it works? You know, I don't act on it, you know, when female comes my way, but I got to test it out. I'm like that too. When in the beginning, I was like that as far as protection. Okay. I was, you know, defense. I wanted somebody to fuck with me. Yeah, I was just like him. Saying, yeah, oh yeah, you want to fuck with me? Okay. But like he said, the more you get into this, the more protected you seem to be. Okay. And no harm comes to you. Especially somebody like me, I pray all the time. You know, I pray when I get in my car. You know, I say certain incantations when I'm traveling along the highway. You know, I use certain exercises like the violet tornado to surround my car. You see what I'm saying? So I'm constantly doing stuff. Yeah. But like I said, there's not enough people that I know who are serious about it that, you know, I can't test this. I have to be the guinea pig for my own work. I have to be. Okay. Like for instance, I'm gonna ask this question, and I don't want any of y'all to be offended by how many of you have used the anti-racism charm. Peace, love, and power, Vega Omega. No. What's going on? Feminine divine crystals energy. Hello, 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 and welcome. Again, that brother's name is Brother Israel. He has I still have DVDs, and one of the DVDs that I have, he did. I think it's called The Magical Altar. I actually give this lecture out as part as the Kabbalistic magic and witchcraft training class that I do. You know, what's going on, Nay the Great? I gave that anti-racism charm out some lives back. you know. Um, this is it right here. I'll say it again. I'll share it again. Okay. It was given to me, and I'm trying to give it to you. Mighty angels, and then you say these names here. Avert all hatred, superiority, thoughts of negative prejudice, sabotage, deceit, and cunning, contempt and suspicion, judgments based on negative stereotypes, and opinions based on feelings of people with the same skin color. Give to me, I, your name, son of, it's always your mother's name. Okay. Beautiful appearance and a blooming countenance be mine to the eyes of all the sons and daughters of humanity. Anoint my face and may it shine like the sun, make my eyes radiant like the moon and cause me to glow like stars. Bestow upon me love, respect, fame, honor, worship, honesty, privilege, and adoration. Let me, what I sing as authoritative. Let my 1 ounce of work be seen as 5 times as much. Let what I do and say be seen as 5 times as much in terms of value. So be it. It is done. Amen. Selah. Very simple. Very, very simple. All you would need is a glass of water and like a tea light candle as an offering. That's all you need. And then you say those names and you say everything that I give you here and make it a practice. Everything should be done at least 3 times. Okay. 3 is the magic number. Anti-racism charm, interesting. Talisman, stuff like that has never really worked for me. Okay. I'm a guinea pig all day for a money spell. Send one my way. I like to use this. Okay. I'll check back with y'all in a month. Okay. I think the live I did called Let's Have a Great Show. I think that's where I gave out some charms that y'all could use. If I'm not mistaken, y'all all were here. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. I had to go back and look, but honestly, I've given out a lot of stuff throughout my years here, and very few people come back and say, "Hey, I've used this." Very few people have come back. I'm just being honest. Okay. I know. Remember they say an average adult's attention span is 8 seconds. Now, I'm not saying that to any of you. Okay. I'm not. I'm really, really not. I'm just saying, maybe it slipped your mind or something, but I'm sure the majority of you were here when I gave out the anti-racism charm before. I gave out quite a few charms, money and lust. Okay. I've done. I promise you I've done it. You know what I mean? And like I was telling one of my students the other day, just the other day, there's no glory in this. If you decide to take this path, there's no glory in it. There's no fame. There's no recognition. You know what I mean? So why do you do it, Magic? What do you do it for? I do it because if I can help someone avoid the path that I took, then I would like to do that. Okay? If not, you're going to take a long route away. Long route. The long way around is what I meant to say. Mercury retrograde. But yeah, I've given out money spells, attraction charms. Again, and I don't mean to be repetitive when I say this, but very few people have come and said, "Hey, Matt, I saw your live. I saw that charm you gave out. I used it. It worked, or it didn't work. Either way, no one. Very few people have come back to me. That's just being real." So, what does the master occultist have to say about Magic.
Ultimately coming from inside of you. And the only thing you are doing is giving a series of rituals or a series of, channels and connections to draw that out, which is on the inside of you. So they say that the kingdom is within. And this is an excellent picture of a chakra, basic chakra, which is 7 major African deities. You know, the Orishas, and there's more than that. There's 7 major ones. There's 7 chakras. There's 7 seals. And the 7s go on and on by the hundreds. And Jeremiah's Ancient Egypt, Light of the World, in the index, the whole Egyptian mythology, Christian mythology, or what have you, the 7s is all through it. But ultimately, 7s go back down to 7 wheels of light, which is the chakras. And what this is actually showing here is, this is a chakra. And this is a whole world going on the inside of a chakra, on the inside of your body. Get the movie Osmosis Jones with Bill Murray. It's a whole movie that takes place inside of his body. And they're going through turmoil in the inner world because he eats so much bad food. You see what I'm saying? So, to give you a simulation on what's going on on the inside, it is within. Let me give you another example. Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Put up the back, can't see the
Okay.
video. Is it possible to put it up on something?
Oh, that?
They can't see.
Then it goes, oh.
Nah, I don't know.
That can't go up. I'm standing that.
Let's see if we can go back some.
Okay. All right.
Let's see if we can go back some. Yeah.
All right. But did y'all hear what he said, where he said it's all within? I've been preaching this forever. And a lot of the master teachers have said the exact same thing. Ultimately, it all comes from you. Okay? It's all on the inside of you. They have made entire folklore based on what happens inside your body. That's why it's so sacred to take care of your temple. You always give out gems, homies, and we definitely appreciate you. The books you suggest be fire, especially Chinese Tao. Namaste, baby girl. I appreciate that. Thank you. What's going on, Brother Moore? Since I'm so generous, though, here's another money spell that I did give out before. I'll give it out again. Okay? This is a very simplified money spell. Okay? The only trick here is the pronunciation. All right? The pronunciation. If you can get that right, this will probably work really well for you. In the name of Yahoo, Adonai, Sabaoth, and by the power of the names, Aha, Rosh, Habu, and so on and so on. I, your name, son or daughter of your mother's name, a servant of Yah, call upon and conjure the spirit Fuel, by the holy messengers and all the disciples of Yah, by the 4 holy evangelists and the 3 holy men of Yah, and by the terrible most holy words, Abril, Fibril, Zada, Zadeh, so on and so forth. All right. And by those holy words that you come and appear before me in beautiful form and bring what I desire. Please accept my offering of water or wine. Remember, you should always give like a white candle too. I, name, son or daughter of name, call upon thee, angelic hosts, to guide me into actions that will bring me great fortune, money, and prosperity. I ask for immediate financial relief, so be it. It is done. Amen, amen, Selah. Okay? Remember, I'm always saying that Kabbalistic magic rules the world, rules this society, Jewish magic. whatever you want to refer to it as. Okay. Again, and I'm not picking on anyone, but I did give out, the past year alone, I've given out a lot of spells. Okay. I can't do the spells for y'all. I can't. I can give it out, but I can't actually perform it for you. Yeah, I just watched a lecture on chakras by Ra-Un Nefer Amen, deities that are inside of you. That is the same author of Metunetta, right? If you don't mind me asking, does anyone know what happened to Bobby Hemmett? Oh, Nay the Great says she remembered that one. Okay. Okay. Gave out a lot of gems. I did. Are these the same names from the Library of Angels book you suggested? Some of them are, yeah. Now that I think about it, you're absolutely correct. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Sister Moonfeather. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Yeah. All right. Now it's interesting that before I go any further, I want to show y'all Halloween's coming up. My favorite time of the year. Halloween. I love me some Halloween. Me and the wife, we decorate our house, and I'm watching horror movies from October 1st on into November. I'm watching the Addams Family. I think I watch The Exorcist every year. I watch Phantasm every year. The Craft. All horror for me. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people who watch this, why is a grown fucking man, are you celebrating Halloween? Well, for one, I'm an occultist. For two, I am a horror buff. And before I became an occultist, I was a horror buff. And for three, if you are an actual occultist, this applies. Okay? Halloween is not just a fun kiddie holiday. It is one of the 4 main pagan sabbats or holy days celebrated around the world by initiates and various occult groups. Halloween is the day when it is said it is the easiest for sensitive people to contact the departed, dead, friends, and relatives. This is its true meaning. You hear that? Or you'll see it. Pagan traditions predate essentially all conventional religions we recognize today, and they exist today just as they have in the past. All right. However, today they're generally secret and members do not talk about these things to non-initiated outsiders. This is necessary today mainly for self-protection. However, much general knowledge is available on the internet if you are interested in going deeper into this area. If you are a member of my Patreon, I put the Book of Halloween in there last year. It should still be there. Okay. Pagan rituals are based upon astrology and especially on the seasons of the year. They also consider something called precession of the equinoxes, which determines what age we are presently in. We're in the age of Pisces now, and the following age will begin around the year 2100, will be the age of Aquarius. The headpiece of the Pope symbolizes the open mouth of a fish because the symbol for Pisces is the fish. Before industrialization, it was very important to know when to plant and harvest crops because your survival depended upon that knowledge. Also, your children would have had a much better chance to survive if they were born in the spring instead of the dead of winter. Most birds and animals do this automatically by instinct, but people seem to need some external guidance. So, the pagan sabbats were very important in previous times. You can look up the pagan calendar, which includes all major and minor sabbats on the internet. However, getting people to read anything beyond a meme is an exercise in futility. I don't mean anyone here, but seriously. I know someone who actually thinks that because they get their information from TikTok, that they are well informed. This is all they get their information from. Visual aids are cool, sometimes necessary, but that shouldn't be your only source of information. See what I'm saying? I heard he is in a nursing home and he's not doing well. He can't speak, so I heard. Oh, feminine. I'm sorry. Bobby Hemmett had a stroke a couple years ago. I just got away from your question. He had a stroke, I want to say 3 years ago, before that mess happened in 2020. He had a stroke. Panic brought him on about a year later, and he still sounded the same, but you could tell not. All right. He stopped lecturing then. Yeah. He stopped lecturing. I'm still trying to figure that part out myself. I don't get it either. I don't. I'll be very honest about that. He himself said out of his mouth, holy men, real holy men don't get sick. He was talking about Louis Farrakhan when he said that, though. This was years ago. Okay. I don't want to speculate because I don't want to taint anything about Bobby Hemmett. You know what I mean? I don't want to speculate because I'm probably wrong with what I think. All right. I don't know. I'm not in his circle like that. But all I know is he had a stroke. Okay. Sorry about that. My favorite movie is The Craft. I love Halloween and it's my mother's birthday. That's what's up. Yeah. The Craft is my all-time favorite. I'm a movie buff, but The Craft is my all-time favorite movie. It is number one on my list. It was because of, if you haven't heard me speak about this before, it was because of The Craft that I got into witchcraft in the first place. It was because of that movie. Okay? I saw that movie and I was like, okay, see, I can relate. I'm tired of being a victim to fate and letting fate decide. I want to take matters into my own hands. I started buying up books on witchcraft. One of the first books was Raymond Buckland's Complete Book of Witchcraft. And I started reading and I started practicing and experimenting. And the rest, as they say, is history. TikTok spiritualists. Yeah. They think one source of information is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Now, seriously, people seriously hate to read anymore. People think it's a joke, but they need to see why all these rich and powerful billionaires do these ritualistic things and celebrate these holidays people believe is fake and miss out. Exactly. Oh, he's living with Linda in Brooklyn. His older brother said on Serious Times. Okay. You know, I think Bobby's time, if you're looking for Bobby to lecture anymore, I think that's done. All right. He said for years, don't follow him. He said it himself. Do not follow him. What you are supposed to do is take what he taught and improve upon it. Okay? You're supposed to improve upon it. You're supposed to reference check. You're supposed to experiment yourself with all of the rituals he gave out. He gave out a lot. You know what I mean? I have a lot of he's given out a lot. And I'm not trying to do the same thing. I just happen to do it. You know, I'm not comparing myself to Bobby Hemmett at all. You know what I mean? But he's given out a lot too. Okay? Especially in this particular lecture. I don't think it's readily available right now. Serious Times Media might have it. It's this lecture right here. Rising Through Ritual. Okay? 7 hours long. 7 hours. All right. Rising Through Ritual. This is where I got that bath that I've given out for years. Okay. That's what you're supposed to do with Bobby Hemmett, Azazel Bay, Phil Valentine, Panic, all these spiritualists. You're supposed to take that information and expand upon it. You're supposed to improve on it. Okay. You're supposed to implement it. Okay. Don't look to them to lecture. Don't continue to look to them to lecture. All right. Don't follow them. You have to build your own path. You have to build your own astral body. Okay. You have to do some work here. Sound like I'm venting? I'm not. I'm just explaining. They seen him out there in Atlanta, and his wife Linda was making runs for him while he's in the car. Oh, okay. Peace, Rayshawn Justice. I like the Insidious movie series. Also, Inception, which isn't a horrible film. Inception is one of the most deepest films that exists. Inception. What's up, Bobby L? Oh, you ordered your book. Okay. Olympic Spirits. That's what's up. The Craft was a gym assist show how to have a balance at the end, as there will be times to be good and other times to curse. I've said this before also. In order to heal, you have to hex. I got that from Brother Moloch, though. I didn't come up with that. But he's absolutely right. In order to heal, in order to be good, ultimately, you have to know how to hex also. You can't have one without the other. The universe is built on balance. It's built on duality, male, female, yin, yang. That's the way the universe is constructed. There's no getting around that. Okay? None whatsoever. Okay? Universal laws are there for a reason. All right? It's funny that all this stuff is happening because later in this lecture, Bobby says this. This is not cooperating. Give me a second, y'all. All right. Give me a second here. Live in London is one of the best lectures that Bobby Hidman has done, in my humble opinion. It is one of his best. Like I said, I don't think his lectures are out like that. That one in particular, the Live in London, I've always suggested that one. Getting on my nerves.
Indian government studied the vital forces in the body called Kundalini in the third eye, and they came up with the actual knowledge that there are devices in the body that will come online and destroy everything if threatened by extinction or threatened by genocide. So most of the ruling class has to go secretly and conspire against you. But they will never announce the day of battle. So you don't have to worry about the race war jumping off. They're too clever for that because they do more damage by being covert than overt.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good to go. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now, they talk about these particular occult forces, and occult means hidden inside of the body. So we're dealing with ultra extra dimensions of melanin. And ultimately, that's what magic is. Magic is only synthesizing the melanin or the occult power inside of you and bringing it through to the physical world. So you can manipulate these energies to do what you want and to maneuver into the physical world. This is something that's coming from inside of you. You understand? So the whole time you were all afraid of these entities that you don't want to deal with, who would ever know that they were on the inside of your body? And this is what I'm trying to convey here as a precursor to magic, to say that all this stuff is going on the inside of us. Y'all, you understand? Mm-hmm. Going on the inside of us, you see. Now, I just want to go through a few things. This is the ultimate melanin goddess. I got some pictures. I got some black and white pictures.
So I'm sure y'all heard that part. Inside of you. You know what I mean? It's annoying. There's a white girl on TikTok just stealing the Akon is like, and this stuff just bastardizing. And I love that movie. Is there a place where I can find most of Bobby Hemmitt's spells? No. Unfortunately, what you're going to have to do is actually get his lectures and go through them. Now, I understand that might be, not conducive to time, but there's no place where Bobby Hemmett has he does it in his lectures, like this one again, live in London. Matter of fact, I think this was the first lecture I had ever seen of Bobby's. Yeah. But as far as no. Unfortunately, no. These kids practice for 2 months and look up basic symbols and think they're high priestess and now doing esoteric breakdowns of music videos from a very basic perspective and think they got it. Like, sadly, all these new people have made this about money. You even have vanilla, everyday Christians talking about breaking down the occult and listening here. They know nothing about what they say. Man, I mean, but I told y'all before, that's going to continue happening. As long as there is a social media and people giving attention to these basic people, then it's going to keep happening. I'm not sure how TikTok works. I don't know if you get paid like YouTube does. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Okay. But I know for a fact, I've shown a couple people, I know for a fact some mentally ill people who have large audiences. DoraPause. Mentally ill people, y'all. Mentally ill people. Unfortunately, I said what I, not unfortunately, but I said what I said.
Considered dumb and stupid. The stupid man will be considered wise. The weak man will be considered strong, and the strong man will be considered weak. They talk about it in the future. And they say, and this is what it said, this is astonishing. They say, although your body might look Egyptian or African, your mind would be of another race. Damn. How did they know that 5,000 years ago in the Hermetic text? They say your mind would be of another race. And this is Imhotep is reciting the god Tahuti. I should have a picture of Tahuti. And which is her husband, Seshet. And reciting the god Tahuti, and Tahuti is telling him about this prophecy we're going to go into slavery, and all this thing is getting ready to happen. They said Egypt, which is the most beloved of gods, will become one big graveyard that will be plundered over by archaeologists. And so Imhotep starts to cry and said, will we ever get out of this mess? And he said, yes. He said there will be a land towards the setting sun that a whole group of people will come to. And now I realize that's also written.
All right. So, yeah. Now, those of us who speak truth are considered conspiracy theorists. We're considered crazy. You know, we've lost our mind. Those who are mentally ill and who are stupid and dumb, those are the people who get the most attention. Am I lying or am I lying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he does have 7 or 8 small books aside from his lectures. Brother Polite. Brother Polite. I know you said there was going to be this mass false awakening, but I honestly didn't believe it would be this bad. As you said, I thought it would be a few, not the masses. Unfortunately, it's the masses. It's the masses. And this is why I'm telling people, get on the magic shit. Get on the spirituality or something, anything at this point. Not mentally ill. Yeah, mentally ill. I know someone who's I know she's mentally ill. I know it for a fact. I used to correspond with her often. I know she's not there. And yet she claims to be a high priestess and she has a big following on TikTok. You can't get no more fucked up than that. You know what I mean? You can't. And I go to her videos from time to time she's out of her fucking mind. And yet people follow. Oh yeah, Young Pharaoh, Tariq Nasheed. But get this though, get this. I'm not dissing them. I don't plan to give them any kind of attention. All right. And I don't want this to be seen or misconstrued as me dissing them. Okay. Yeah, they may be whatever the masses think of them now, but how did they get there? All right. How did they get as rich as they got from people contributing to them? So what does that make the people who follow them? Sadly, I said what I said. TikTok pays a lot. You can make up to per video. Plus, sponsors have been going live with people send you gifts. You can easily make 1K. TikTok has made several multi-millionaire teenagers. Damn. Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I've got 3 or 4 on my Telegram. The most popular has been the melanated people, how to eat and devour their energy. Don't forget, Brother Moore. I think you're talking to, no, he's talking to Konami. He's talking to Caribbean Grimoire, I think. Join his Telegram school. He puts out a lot of information there. Stuff that you're asking. Welcome, Grand Madam Tarot. Never say, feminine, divine, crystals, energy, never say something like that about yourself. Never say, I am a nobody. Don't say that. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference when you say stuff like that, okay? You are somebody. Who was it, Jesse Jackson? I am somebody. Yes, you are, all right? So yeah, take her advice, preventive measure. If you are always ready, you never have to be ready. You never have to get ready. You see what I'm saying? Elderberry, black seed oil, green tea with Manuka honey. This next wave has been tweaked, is coming more aggressive. Yeah. You know what makes it worse? I'm gonna tell y'all what makes these waves worse. People complying. People complying with the bullshit. because they want to get back to their jobs or their careers or whatever. They're bowing down to these few fucking people who make all these goddamn decisions. You see what I'm saying? That affects the lives of millions of people. They don't give a fuck. They don't. They don't care. You know what I mean? But the masses complying is what gives them power. All right? Walking around outside with masks on, restricting your breathing. And I can go on for days about that one. I take, oh man. I take black seed oil daily plus another concoction with cayenne pepper. I know you stay hot then, Empress KK, because when I take cayenne pepper, I get hot, really hot. She-Ra 7. Yes, the people built them up. I mean, who? It makes the masses of people who follow them smart. Let's keep it 100. Hit on Telegram. She-Ra 7 is catering to a base, no question. I had She-Ra, me and She-Ra did, I want to say 3 videos together. Me and She-Ra 7, when she was first getting started. She actually does have a base. Her base, I believe, is mostly female, if I'm not mistaken, because she gives out stuff like sugar daddy spells. I know another occultist who does the same thing. Of course, women are going to flock to that. Of course. Hey, at this point, can't knock the hustle of nobody. I don't knock nobody's hustle. Yes, indeed. Had a dream about a laboratory and something went very wrong. They all ran and I saw 2 clocks on the wall roll from each other. These people are mad scientists. Hey, what's up, Grand Madam Tarot? Hey, I'm trying to read all your comments there. I've been saw the motherfuckers, but with the turn of the wheel, their day comes soon. Y'all never forget the girl on TikTok with 5 million followers making a decoy jar, putting nothing but hex items in it with her hair. It's not even a cult thing, it's a Christian thing. What's up? I was wondering about you the other day, the ADW show. Where have you been? I have not seen you on Facebook. You have been missed. You're not trying to impose, not at all. Hey, yeah, Asher, hey, yeah. Thank you, Brother Moore. That's a good opening to say in front of those Kabbalistic or Hebrew spells. There was another one teaching people to do candle with an electric candle. I left the medical field because they wanted me to take the whoop wop. All right. An electric candle, though. DoraPause. An electric candle? Oh my God. You're not imposing, feminine, divine, crystal. You're not imposing. Please speak. I like my audience to engage. You know, exactly what Donna said. We're here to talk, learn, and bounce ideas off each other. You know what I'm saying? They curse people with lavender on TikTok. Oh my God. What's going on, Sister Amazingly? I know what you meant, Donna. When you said smart, I know what you meant. Yeah, I know they dumb. They dumb as shit. So I don't feel sorry for none of these people who now want to bash young Pharaoh or Brother Polite because they put them in that position. Come on, man. Come on. It's cracking here today. I love to see it. Time is dwindling down. Magic's about the Jetstone. Damn, am I that predictable? Hey, wow. Hexing with lavender. That's just like someone who took my magic class, and one of the answers that, and I put her on blast every chance I get because of the cowardly shit she did. But one of the answers she put was getting a job on a Saturday on a fucking with Saturn. Colors have certain vibrations. Okay, black is not what you want to find a job with. No. My God. Lavender. They're not trolling. They think electric candles and drawing sigils on it going to do something. This is why I say, man, if you learn the basics first, you can't go wrong learning occult basics first. You just cannot go wrong. Okay. Matter of fact, if you're on my Patreon, that's the name of the book I was reading from. It's called Occult Basics. I will put that in Patreon today. Okay. Make it available for everybody. All right. You learn the basics, you'll know that that's nonsense. All right. You'll know that candle magic should be the very first thing you learn. It's the very first thing I teach. It's the most simplest thing to do. Okay. All right. You should know the colors and you should know the plants. Magic, they believe that if you mold an herb that changes the herb's properties, when an actual witch on the app that's been practiced for 35 years told them no, they got mad at her. That if you mold an herb, oh my God. I don't know what to say. I can't, this is why I don't get on TikTok. From all the stuff that y'all saying now, there's no fucking way I wouldn't get a headache being on there. You know. I couldn't do it, y'all. I just couldn't do it. Yes, please remember hit that like button. Yes, on a Saturday. Yeah, that's a way to kill your job in real time. On a Saturday. I was like, why are you taking this class? You know what I mean? Oh, you joining Patreon? Namaste. I appreciate that. Just too much foolishness. They don't even know mold has its own spiritual meaning. They also know nothing besides candle magic, like literal. Oh, you found my page. Okay. All right. Cool. Appreciate that. So on in the magic group that I used to have called the Magical Elite, we used to do group rituals, right? And one of the most fun that we had was doing a Valentine's Day ritual. What the premise was every week do some kind of a ritual, right? So, and then measure our results. So for February, starting on February 1st, up until the 14th, we did an attraction ritual. And a lot of people reported great results, okay? Even if they didn't do every single thing, they reported great results. Like this woman said that she was walking across the street and was getting attention from a lot of men just walking across the street, okay? So I decided, because I'm such a nice person, I decided to give that ritual out here. I know I did before anyway, but I'm gonna do it again. All right, so this is it right here. This was the since February is the month on which Valentine's Day falls, we will be doing this ritual for an entire week. This ritual requires that you go out in public in order to weigh its effects on that day, or at the very least, have plans to be with your significant other on that day. Let me retract what I said. I said February 1st. I meant February 7th. Okay? These were the ingredients that you needed. You needed some mala beads, 108. You need 108 mala beads, right? Red flannel bag, which is a gree bag, some rose water, some Florida water, 2 red lowstones, a red candle, attraction incense, come to me oil, High John the Conqueror roots, attraction powder, 2 red lowstones. I said that before already. It's some sexy baby making music. This ritual will start on the 7th of February. Every day for 7 days up until the 14th, we are going to say the Javanese chant 3 times before leaving the house. I suggest saying it early in the morning before you go out the house for the very first time, okay? Also, at least once a day, we are going to be chanting Om Kleem 108 times at least, okay? Please make a mixture of the rose and Florida water in like a spray bottle. You'd be surprised at the attention you'll get just from that. And anoint yourself also before going out in public. The 14th is when the ritual concludes, but the 7th is when the start of this ritual will happen. Put on some love-making music while you prepare all of this. You're going to take the red candle. You're going to carve the name of a specific person or bring me a lover in general if you do not have someone specific in mind. Once you have carved your intentions, adding the symbols of Venus or other love symbols like hearts. Dress the candle in the come to me oil. The candle goes in the middle of your table or altar, and with the attraction powder, you make a V pointing towards you with the candle in the middle. You light the incense and the candle while staring and concentrating intently into the flame of the candle. Hold in your mind final results of the ritual. For men, you can visualize a lot of women smiling and coming towards you. For women, the opposite. A lot of men smiling and coming towards you. Okay? If you are not inhibited, some people will be embarrassed by this. Bring yourself to orgasm. And once the candle has burned for 20 minutes, anoint the candle with your sexual fluids. Very important part. If you want to skip this part, that is quite all right, but it's an important part. You should do it, okay? Once a day after the initial ritual, light the candle for 20 minutes while concentrating on your inner results. Please try and make it the same time every day if you can. We do this until the candle has completely burned down or on the 14th. Once that has happened, you take the burnt wax, place it in your gree bag, place the attraction powder, the High John root with the come to me oil, also with your sexual fluids on that, and a few public hairs also in the bag. And next come the red lodestones, also anointed with the come to me oil. Save some of your sexual fluids to use to anoint the High John root and the lodestones. To activate the bag, first spit in it, breathe in it, and light a match and plunge it into the bag. Quickly draw it shut. Anoint the candle outside the bag with the come to me oil on all 4 corners and the middle of the gree. Do this on both sides. Your bag is now ready to be used, and you should keep it on you at all times while going out. Keep this mojo activated. Anoint the outside of the bag every other week. And that was the attraction ritual we did, I want to say 4 years ago. Okay. People came to me, oh man, with whether it was their spouse, their lover, their partner, whoever, and all the attention they was getting outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, they're rude and arrogant, and they believe the craft cares about their feelings. They believe intention is 100% of it. It's just entertainment. Exactly. Only thing I can think of why someone will put their hair in a kit is a setup, hoping for a spiritual attack to pull gifts or blessings from others and feed off of them. Bring the Facebook group back? No. The reason I got rid of the Facebook group is because I was doing shit like that in the Facebook group. That was the Facebook group, when it originally started, was just like it is now here. Everybody interacting and giving things and, you know, sharing and interacting. And then it just kind of died. And then I could tell some people just weren't in it. They weren't taking it seriously, you know, and I was coming with some bomb ass rituals for us to perform. I was coming with some bomb ass guest stars in the group, guest occultists. I was coming with some bomb expensive ass books that you couldn't find nowhere. And people just didn't take it seriously. So no, I'm not putting myself through that again. I'm sorry. Feed off of them. Sorry, I'm a Gemini, so I blame Mercury. Yes, baby making music. Some R. Kelly or some Usher or whatever you listen to. 90s R&B, there you go. Storm Crystal said it, 90s R&B. The white kid tried to summon the low out of the sea as a joke, and then him and his family got psychosis and other supernatural nonsense going on in the home. Good, let that shit happen to him, fuck him. Usher and the whole lot. No, the bag won't. That's the number one question that people ask. The number one question that people ask is the bag gonna catch on fire? No. Light a match, throw it in there real quick, and you know, tie the bag shut. It's not gonna catch on fire. I promise you, it won't. It will go out immediately. Now, unless you have tight rules. I had tight rules. I had mods that were in. We were all like spiritually advanced. You know what I'm saying? And people just wasn't taking it serious. I didn't have time for it. I'm like, there's people probably coming in there to get spells and then nothing else. And I'm like, I'm not doing this for free. No. All right, y'all. I was going to show something else, but this hasn't been acting right all day. I think if I can. I don't know why this is acting the way it is. It's acting stupid, y'all. Y'all have to forgive me for this. All right. Let's go here again.
DC is that, and now Las Vegas. With the pyramid at the Luxor Hotel, that the light that shines out of the pyramid is the brightest light on earth. You see, that's not by accident. He said there will be a land at the setting sun, a land in the west, and they will have a group of Egyptians, it says, or Canaanites, that will come in that land with they said, but all races would be in this particular land. But there will be an appendage or an extension or an annex of Egyptians or Canaanites or Africans that will establish Mayat. But that's a multiplicity of things. There's a whole alchemical aspect of Mayat, talking about your soul balancing itself out to the God level. You see, other than just the laws of Mayat. So they knew that it was going into slavery 5,000 years ago. But going back, we know that I believe that they took these particular pictures like this, and this is one of the most astonished ones, because I saw it in the 80s, and I didn't see it again until recently. I had one of the books in the 80s till my brother stole it, and I had to wait a couple of years to get it back. You see what I'm saying? So they don't print this one, and never printed it in color. Imagine what that picture would do in color, because it's astonishing in black and white. Y'all all right? Yes. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. A few other things I want to deal with right quick We're dealing with the magic. We're dealing with the magic. First of all, you got a house, it's imperative that you get you some cats. This is the god Bass. This is that Necronomicon tarot I was telling you about. This is coming out of that tarot deck. This is the goddess Bass. And she's very powerful. And if you get yourself some cats in your house or around your house, apartment, at this particular time, all the magical things will start happening. They can even heal you. They can even, when you go to sleep, they can give you all kind of warnings and stuff in your dreams. If you get you some kitty cats or some cats. And if you got rats, you won't have that problem no more. Just the smell of a cat. The rat ain't coming around no more. So at this particular time, it's very imperative because the Egyptian temples used to keep cats. And this is the goddess Bass, which is the venerated cat. Now, anybody saw the National Geographic special last week on the science of cats, where they went around the world and they took DNA from all the cats and they was trying to find out who domesticated the cats. And they took DNA from all the cats from all over the globe. People sent DNA of cats from China, Hawaii, Tibet, all over the world, Europe. And then they went down to Kemet and took the DNA from the cats at Abu Simbel, which is a Ramesses tomb. And they found out that all cats' DNA lead back to Kemet, and those were the first ones to domesticate the cat. And there's a whole system of science on the cats, you see what I'm saying, that if you got a home or you got a house these days, it'll do you good. Even if you got an apartment that allow you to keep a kitten, it do you good to get you some cats. But if you got a house, if you don't really like cats, you can if you don't really want to deal with a cat living in the home, you can just get you a couple of start feeding a couple of stray cats. But it's interesting how powerful the cats are. We got a cat that the other day, dogs, let me tell you, we got a cat the other day. He's laying on his back, and the dog came up and was chilling with him. Now that's impossible now. There's two dogs are raised, the dog and cat are raised together. So it's talking about there's another dimension. So that dog had to have been a form of Anubis.
So let me stop there and read y'all something. Cats came from Miss Cleo. Cleopatra had the biggest zoo on earth, and she conducted many experiments in creating animals in their habits. She created the dog cat called the hyena. She created the domestic cat we have today using rabbits and lions, and she also created many other species of animal that no longer exist or are very rare. She originated the concept of the zoo. She created the camel from the giraffe, from the elephant, from the mammoth, and various breeds of horses, from zebras and deer. Dogs, big cats, and many insects were created to clean up dead carcasses around Kemet. Okay? Cleopatra created animal for her zoo with the philosophy of animal gods to represent the energy of the chakra system. All right? The phoenix represented all feathered creatures. The dragon represented all scaly creatures. The tortoise represented all shelled creatures. The unicorn represented all furry creatures. And men represented all naked creatures. Wolves made it for life. Elephants created memories from the bones of their dead. Cats were created from lion, rabbit, and pre-earth-based genetics, and were also created as a monitoring system. Okay? When a cat stares intently at a place that seems empty, is looking at a ghost or other shadow creatures that pass unperceived by man. No spirit can enter unobserved. Okay? It is the reason that sorcerers had cats as watchers against intruders from other realities, Sekhmet and Bast. Okay? Dogs and cats have 5 chakras. Dogs have the ability to see death. The longer they are around humans, their intelligence increases. Horses are the most psychic animal on the planet. Cows were created by Yakub. They are hybrids with human genetics, ox, and dolphin. Elephants has 6 chakras with a violet crown chakra. Get you some cats. Cats are magical creatures, very much so. I've dreamt about the cat that is no longer with us. Okay, I dreamt about her. I dream of constantly, you know. We have like 8 stray cats in our backyard. 5 are babies. We feed them daily. They seem to understand me when I talk. Yep. In African mythologies, cats are always a good sign. Exactly. Spirit always speaks through you, fam. I'm grateful for your channel. Namaste for that, brother Moore. I appreciate that. Okay. Talk to them. There's one mama cat. She won't allow the other female cats to live in the same territory. Yet other males are in the backyard with her. Her kid's father and another, I think it's her brother. Yeah. All right, y'all. I have overstayed my allotted time, and I still ain't go nowhere near what I wanted to talk to y'all about. But I think that this was a great session. I think I got a lot out. Thank y'all so much for always interacting. I always appreciate it. I always appreciate the support. Those of you on my Patreon, I'm going to provide the occult basics in that group. Okay. Have a great rest of your weekend or rest of your week until the weekend. Okay. Be ever vigilant because y'all know other shit is coming. I've been preaching about this for the past 3 years. Okay. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. These charms that I give out, they work, but I can't make them work for you. You have to put them to use. You have to do your experiments. You have to see what works for you. Okay. As always, I am the one and only, unimaginable, the inexplicable, the advanced, the great, the magical, the very mystical Magic LaCroix. It has been my honor to speak with you all. I will see y'all next time, and always, as always, namaste. Thank you so much.